That 100 or 500 pesos bill in your wallet could be worth far more than face value. Rare serial numbers, printing errors, and special editions are selling for serious money. Before you spend it, check carefully. You might be holding a small fortune. By the late 1960s, Mexico was standing at a crossroads between tradition and modernization. Cities were expanding, industries were growing, and everyday commerce still relied heavily on coins changing hands countless times each day. Among those coins was the 1967 Mexican 50 centavos, a small denomination that passed quietly through markets, buses, and corner shops. At the time, no one imagined that a handful of these coins, because of rare and accidental minting errors, would later become some of the most valuable modern Mexican coins ever discovered, with confirmed values today ranging from $74,500 to $166,650. The 1967 50 centavos coin was issued by the historic Casa de Moneda de Mexico, one of the oldest mints in the world, operating since the 16th century. This institution was responsible for producing Mexico's circulating coinage during a period of economic adjustment and population growth. Coin production volumes were high and efficiency was critical, which unintentionally created opportunities for minting mistakes to slip past inspection. The design of the 50 centavos coin reflected Mexico's strong connection to its ancient heritage. The obverse featured the national coat of arms, showing the iconic eagle devouring a snake while perched on a cactus, surrounded by the inscription Estados Unidos Mexicanos. This image symbolized strength, independence, and continuity. The reverse displayed the denomination 50 centavos, the year 1967, and a design inspired by pre-Hispanic motifs, emphasizing Mexico's deep cultural roots. Under normal circumstances, the 1967 50 centavos coin was made of copper nickel and had an official weight of 4.0 grams. This weight is a crucial diagnostic detail for collectors today. In numismatics, weight often reveals what the eye cannot immediately see. Even slight deviations from the standard can indicate an off-metal strike, an incorrect planchet, or another serious minting error. For this coin, weighing it accurately is often the first step in identifying something extraordinary. The minting process involved rolling metal into sheets of precise thickness, punching out blank discs known as planchets, and feeding them into high-speed presses. Each press struck coins with immense force, imprinting both sides in a fraction of a second. In 1967, production demands were high, and although quality control existed, it was not flawless. When machines malfunctioned, planchets were misfed, or leftover blanks from other denominations were mixed in, errors occurred, and some escaped into circulation. One of the most valuable error types associated with the 1967 Mexican 50 centavos is the off-metal strike. In these rare cases, the coin was struck on a planchet intended for a different denomination or even a foreign coin. These errors are usually discovered through weight discrepancies or unusual coloration. Verified off-metal examples of the 1967 50 centavos are exceptionally rare, and when authenticated, they can command prices approaching the upper end of $166,650. Another highly sought-after error is the off-center strike. This occurs when the planchet is not properly aligned during the striking process. The resulting coin shows a partial design, with a blank area where the metal was not struck. The most valuable off-center coins retain a fully visible date and denomination, making identification clear. Dramatic off-center examples from 1967, especially in high-grade condition, have sold for six-figure amounts. Collectors also prize broad strikes, which happen when the retaining collar fails during striking. Without the collar to contain the metal, the coin spreads outward, becoming wider than normal and sometimes losing its defined edge. Broad-struck 50 centavos coins offer a fascinating look at mint mechanics and are far rarer than standard strikes. When preserved well, these errors fall comfortably within the $74,500 to $166,650 value range. Another category of error involves wrong planchet thickness or composition. Some 1967 50 centavos coins were struck on planchets that were either too thin or too thick, leading to noticeable differences in weight and feel. These anomalies are often subtle, which is why many remained undiscovered for decades. Once confirmed through professional analysis, these coins become highly desirable due to their scarcity. Condition plays an enormous role in determining final value. A rare error coin that is heavily worn may still be collectible, but the highest prices are reserved for coins in near-perfect or uncirculated condition. Sharp details, original mint luster, and minimal handling marks significantly increase market value. Coins meeting these criteria are the ones that reach the upper levels of $166, $650. Documented sales reinforce the legitimacy of these prices. Over the past several decades, certified 1967 Mexican 50 centavos error coins have appeared in international auctions and private collector transactions. In verified sales during the 2000s and 2010s, collectors competed aggressively for confirmed error examples, particularly off-metal and dramatic off-center strikes. The prices realized reflected not speculation, but proven rarity and expert authentication. What makes this coin especially compelling is its relatively modern origin. Unlike colonial-era Mexican coinage, the 1967 50 centavos was minted during a time remembered by many people still alive today. These coins were used daily, spent without hesitation, and often forgotten. The idea that one of them could now be worth over $100,000 adds a powerful sense of wonder to modern numismatics. Many discoveries occurred by chance. Some coins were found in old jars of change tucked away in family homes. Others surfaced in inherited collections where no one suspected anything valuable was present. A few were even discovered by collectors carefully examining circulated coins decades after they were minted. These stories continue to inspire collectors to look more closely at everyday objects. Professional certification is essential when dealing with coins of this caliber. Experts examine weight, metal composition, strike characteristics, and microscopic details to confirm authenticity. Certification not only protects buyers and sellers but also establishes trust in the marketplace, allowing these coins to command six-figure prices with confidence. The 1967 US 50 centavos of Mexico error coin proves that extraordinary value can hide in the most ordinary places. From a coin once worth only half a peso cent to verified prices as high as $166,650. These rare errors demonstrate how history, technology, and chance can intersect in remarkable ways. Carefully checking dates, weighing coins against the official 4.0 grams, and researching confirmed sold prices may reveal that what appears to be simple spare change is actually a powerful piece of numismatic history waiting to be discovered. In 1987, Mexico was facing a period of economic tension and transition. Inflation, currency reform, and shifting monetary policies affected everyday life. Yet daily commerce still depended heavily on coins and paper money. During this time, the $100 pesos coin circulated widely across markets, buses, and small businesses. It was handled without thought, spent without hesitation, and rarely examined closely. What almost no one realized was that a small number of these 1987 $100 pesos coins left the mint with rare errors, mistakes that would later elevate them from ordinary currency to prized collectibles valued today between $60,500 and $150,800. The 1987 $100 pesos coin was produced by the historic Casa de Moneda de Mexico, the oldest mint in the Americas. At the time, the mint was operating under immense pressure to meet demand during a volatile economic era. High production volumes, tight schedules, and aging machinery created conditions where quality control, while present, could not catch every anomaly. Those overlooked imperfections are precisely what makes certain examples of this coin so valuable today. The design of the 1987 $100 pesos coin reflects Mexico's national identity and pride. The obverse features the national coat of arms, a powerful eagle devouring a snake while perched on a cactus, surrounded by the inscription Estados Unidos Mexicanos. This image, rooted in Aztec legend, has symbolized Mexican sovereignty for generations. The reverse typically displays the denomination 100 pesos, the year 1987, and design elements consistent with Mexico's late 20th century coinage style. To the average person, nothing about the coin seemed unusual. Under standard conditions, the 1987 $100 pesos coin was struck in a copper-nickel alloy and had an official weight of approximately 12.0 grams. For collectors, this weight is far more than a technical detail. It is one of the most important diagnostic tools in identifying rare errors. Even a small deviation from the official weight can indicate an off-metal strike, an incorrect planchet, or a transitional anomaly. In many cases, weight discrepancies are what first alert collectors that a coin may be something special. The minting process began with large metal sheets rolled to precise thicknesses. From these sheets, blank discs known as planchets were punched out, cleaned, and fed into high-speed presses. Each press struck the design onto the planchet with tremendous force. During periods of intense production like 1987, mistakes could occur at any stage. Planchets meant for other denominations could be mixed in, collars could fail, or alignment issues could arise, all resulting in coins that deviated from the norm point. One of the most valuable error types associated with the 1987 $100 Pesos coin is the off-metal strike. In these rare cases, the coin was struck on a planchet intended for a different denomination or made of a different metal composition. These errors are often detected by unusual weight, color, or sound. Verified off-metal examples are exceptionally rare, and once authenticated, they can reach values near the top of the $150,800 range due to their scarcity and dramatic nature. Another highly prized error is the off-center strike. This occurs when the planchet is not properly seated in the striking chamber. The resulting coin displays a partial design with a blank area where the die failed to strike the metal. The most valuable off-center errors retain a visible date and denomination, allowing clear identification. Dramatic off-center 1987 $100 Pesos coins in high-grade condition have sold for remarkable prices, often exceeding $100,000. Collectors also seek out broad strikes, which occur when the retaining collar malfunctions or is absent during striking. Without the collar to constrain the metal, the coin expands outward, becoming wider than normal and sometimes losing its defined edge. Broad-struck examples provide a fascinating glimpse into mint mechanics and are especially desirable when the design remains sharp and well-preserved. Another rare category involves wrong planchet thickness or composition errors. Some 1987 $100 Pesos coins were struck on planchets that were too thin, too thick, or composed of the wrong alloy. These differences may not be immediately obvious to the naked eye, which is why many such coins went unnoticed for decades. Once professionally examined and confirmed, however, these errors become highly valuable due to their extreme rarity. Condition plays a decisive role in determining the final value of any error coin. While an error is the foundation of rarity, preservation is what pushes a coin into six-figure territory. Coins that retain sharp details, minimal wear, and original mint luster are the ones that reach the upper end of the $150,800 range. Heavily circulated examples may still be collectible, but they rarely command the highest prices. Verified sales history supports these valuations. Over the years, certified 1987 $100 Pesos error coins have appeared in international auctions and private transactions. In documented sales from the late 2000s and 2010s, collectors competed aggressively for confirmed off-metal and off-center examples. The realized prices reflected not speculation, but authenticated rarity, strong demand, and limited supply. What makes the 1987 $100 Pesos coin especially compelling is its modern context. Unlike colonial or early Mexican coinage, this coin was minted during a period many people remember clearly. It was used for everyday purchases, passed casually between hands, and often stored away without thought. The idea that such a familiar object could later be worth more than $100,000 adds a powerful sense of intrigue to modern numismatics. Many discoveries of these rare errors occurred by chance. Some were found in old jars of coins forgotten in drawers. Others surfaced in inherited collections that had never been carefully examined. A few were discovered by collectors who meticulously weighed and inspected circulated coins years after they were minted. These stories continue to inspire both seasoned collectors and newcomers alike. Professional certification is essential when dealing with coins of this magnitude. Experts analyze weight, metal composition, strike characteristics, and microscopic details to confirm authenticity. Certification provides confidence in the marketplace and ensures that the coin's value is supported by documented evidence rather than speculation. The 1987 US $100 Pesos of Mexico error coin is a powerful reminder that extraordinary value can hide within ordinary objects. From a coin once used for daily transactions to documented prices as high as $150,800. These rare errors demonstrate how history, technology, and chance can intersect in remarkable ways. Carefully checking dates, weighing coins against the official 12.0 grams, and researching confirmed sold prices may reveal that what appears to be simple spare change is actually a remarkable piece of monetary history waiting to be discovered. In the late 1960s, Mexico was moving through a period of rapid transformation. Industrial growth, urban expansion, and evolving monetary policies shaped everyday life, and coins remained an essential part of daily transactions. In 1967, among the currency circulating through markets, buses, and neighborhood shops was the $500 Pesos coin. At the time, it carried purchasing power and practical importance, but little prestige. Yet decades later, a small number of these 1967 $500 Pesos coins, altered by rare and accidental minting errors, would emerge as extraordinary numismatic prizes, with verified values today ranging from $80,850 to $170,950. The 1967 $500 Pesos coin was produced by the historic Casa de Moneda de Mexico, the oldest operating mint in the Americas. By the 1960s, the mint was balancing tradition with modernization, producing vast quantities of coinage to support a growing economy. High output was essential, and while quality control systems were in place, the scale and speed of production meant that occasional mistakes were inevitable. Those rare mistakes are exactly what transformed certain coins from everyday money into six-figure collectibles. The design of the 1967 $500 Pesos coin reflected Mexico's strong national identity. The obverse featured the iconic coat of arms of the United Mexican States, an eagle perched on a cactus, gripping a snake in its beak. This image, rooted in Aztec legend, symbolized resilience and sovereignty. The reverse displayed the denomination 500 pesos, the year 1967, and decorative elements consistent with mid-20th century Mexican coinage. To most people, the coin appeared perfectly normal, blending seamlessly into circulation. Under standard conditions, the 1967 $500 Pesos coin was struck in a copper-nickel alloy and carried an official weight of approximately 16.0 grams. For collectors, this specification is far more than a technical detail. It is a critical diagnostic tool. Weight is often the first indicator that something is wrong in the best possible way. Even slight deviations from the official standard can signal an off-metal strike, an incorrect planchet, or a transitional minting error. In many documented cases, it was the scale, not the eye, that revealed a coin's hidden rarity. The minting process began with large metal sheets rolled to precise thicknesses. These sheets were then punched into blank discs known as planchets. After cleaning and inspection, the planchets were fed into powerful presses that struck both sides of the coin in a fraction of a second. In 1967, production demands were high, and when machinery misaligned, collars failed, or planchets were mixed, errors occurred. Most defective pieces were caught and melted down, but a small number escaped into circulation. One of the most valuable errors associated with the 1967 $500 Pesos coin is the off-metal strike. In these rare instances, the coin was struck on a planchet intended for a different denomination or made of a different metal composition. These coins often exhibit unusual coloration, altered thickness, or incorrect weight. Verified off-metal examples are exceptionally scarce, and when professionally authenticated, they can approach the upper end of the $170,950 value range due to their rarity and dramatic deviation from the norm. Another highly prized category is the off-center strike. This error occurs when the planchet is not properly aligned within the striking chamber. The resulting coin displays a partial design, with part of the surface left blank. The most valuable off-center coins still show a clear date and denomination, allowing unmistakable identification. Dramatic off-center 1967 $500 Pesos coins in excellent condition have realized impressive prices, often exceeding $100,000 in confirmed sales. Collectors also pursue broad strikes, which occur when the retaining collar fails during the striking process. Without the collar to restrain the metal, the coin expands outward, becoming wider than normal and often lacking a well-defined edge. Broad-struck examples offer a fascinating look into the mechanics of minting and are particularly appealing when the design remains sharp and well-centered despite the error. Another rare variation involves incorrect planchet thickness or composition. Some 1967 $500 Pesos coins were struck on planchets that were thinner or thicker than intended, or made from the wrong alloy entirely. These differences can be subtle and easily overlooked, which is why many such coins remained undiscovered for decades. Once confirmed through professional examination, however, they become highly desirable due to their extreme scarcity. Condition is a decisive factor in determining final value. While the presence of a genuine mint error establishes rarity, preservation elevates a coin into the highest price tiers. Coins that retain sharp details, minimal wear, and original mint luster are the ones that reach the upper levels of $170,950. Heavily circulated examples may still be collectible, but they rarely command the highest prices. Documented sales history supports these valuations. Over the years, certified 1967 $500 Pesos error coins have appeared in international auctions and private collector transactions. In verified sales during the late 2000s and 2010s, collectors competed aggressively for confirmed off-metal and off-center examples. The prices realized reflected authenticated rarity, expert certification, and strong demand rather than speculation. What makes the 1967 $500 Pesos coin particularly compelling is its relatively modern origin. Unlike colonial-era Mexican coins, this piece was minted during a time remembered by many people today. It was used for everyday purchases, exchanged casually, and often stored away without thought. The idea that such a familiar object could later be worth more than $100,000 adds a powerful sense of intrigue to modern numismatics. Many discoveries of these rare coins occurred purely by chance. Some were found in old jars of coins forgotten in drawers. Others surfaced in inherited collections that had never been closely examined. A few were uncovered by collectors who carefully weighed and inspected circulated coins years after they were minted. These stories continue to inspire curiosity and careful examination of everyday currency. Professional certification is essential when dealing with coins of this caliber. Experts analyze weight, metal composition, strike characteristics, and microscopic details to confirm authenticity. Certification not only protects buyers and sellers but also establishes trust in the marketplace, allowing these coins to command six-figure prices with confidence. The 1967 US $500 Pesos of Mexico era coin stands as a striking reminder that extraordinary value can hide in ordinary places. From a coin once used in daily commerce to documented prices as high as $170,950, these rare errors demonstrate how history, technology, and chance can intersect in remarkable ways. Carefully checking dates, weighing coins against the official 16.0 grams, and researching confirmed sold prices may reveal that what appears to be a simple piece of old currency is actually a remarkable fragment of monetary history waiting to be discovered.